For centuries, England lived under the shadow of Viking raids, sudden violent attacks that came with tide and vanished just as quickly. But in the early 11th century, a Viking arrived who would not leave. He didn't plunder and retreat, he came to rule. Cnut was born into Danish royal family, son of King Svein Forkbeard, one of the most feared rulers of Scandinavia. He grew up in a world shaped by longships, winter campaigns, and ambition to conquer new lands. England divided and weakened was the prize every Viking king desired. In 1013, Svein launched a massive invasion of England. Town after town submitted. By the end of the year, King Ethelred fled to Normandy. For the first time, a Viking ruled England, and at his side stood his young son Cnut. Svein died unexpectedly in early 1014. The English nobles invited Ethelred back, rejecting Cnut's claim. Forced to retreat, Cnut sailed back to Denmark, but he was not finished. He returned the next year with a larger, strong army. England now had two powerful leaders, Cnut the Viking prince and Edmund alongside the warrior son of Ethelred. The battle that follows were fierce. Southwark, Shetland, Brentford, Otford, Essendon, each side won and lost in turn. The land was exhausted, villages burned and armies shattered. In late 1016, after a brutal final battle at Essendon, the two rivals agreed to divide the kingdom. Edmund kept Wessex, Cnut ruled the rest of England, but the peace was short-lived. Edmund died weeks later. Cnut became king of all England. Cnut could have ruled through fear alone. Instead, he chose a different path. He executed only those who challenged his authority, then worked to win the loyalty of English nobles. He kept much of English law system intact and even strengthened it. To secure legitimacy, Cnut married Emma of Normandy, widow of former King Ethelred. This alliance linked him to powerful Norman and English families, giving his rule stability and prestige. As his power grew, Cnut ruled not just England but Denmark as well. He later gained control over Norway and influence in part of Sweden. For a short time, a vast North Sea empire emerged, connected by trade, fleets, and royal authority. Cnut was a Christian ruler leading a people with pagan roots. He made generous gifts to church, rebuilt monasteries destroyed by earlier Viking raids, and supported English bishops. He traveled to Rome, strengthening diplomatic ties and earning respect across Europe. Under his reign, England experienced unusual peace and stability after decades of turmoil. Legend says Cnut tried to stop the tide, failed, and proven he was not divine. But the real message was different. Cnut was demonstrating that even a king's power had limits, a lesson in humility, not arrogance. This story became one of the most famous symbols of wise leadership. Cnut died in 1035 in England at the highest of his power. His son was unable to hold the empire together, and the North Sea kingdom soon fragmented. But Cnut's impact remained. Cnut arrived as a conqueror and became one of England's strongest, most capable medieval kings. He brought peace to a land weary of war. He connected England to the wider Scandinavian world, and he left behind a legacy of diplomacy, stability, and strong governance. For a brief moment in history, the Northern Sea was the heart of a unified empire, and at its center stood Cnut the Great.